I got the lapel thing on. Now it's on, so hopefully you're able to hear me. But yeah, it's not really windy today. Maybe it says 4 miles an hour out of the west, but I'm not feeling any wind or breeze at this moment. Cosmo, the young rooster, not even a year old yet. Leghorn cross, Miss Daisy. Or is that Flower? That's Flower. Can't tell, but she has a black dot on the middle of her back, black feather. One little piece of lacing that she gets from her gold lace Wyandotte heritage. And Daisy's the all white one. Over by the fence, I'm going to shade my eyes here. We've got Lily on the left. She's the Columbian Rock Cross. Zinnia, Zin Zin, on the right. She's the black and brown. And on the other side of the fence, flirting with them and aggravating Cosmo, is Laddie Roo, the older Roo. So, and then over here is the livestock guardian cat. I call it a poultry protection cat. So, anyway, I just thought I'd come out and watch them for a bit. I don't know where the older girls are. Where's the grown-up girls, huh? They don't want to hang out with you? Back off my boots, mister. So, anyway, yeah, I mean, I apologize if the fact that I don't edit my videos a lot annoys anybody, but that's just kind of me. I'm not into, I don't want to call it faking or shellacking anything, but I don't know. I just would rather it just be authentically me being me. And you know, nothing against those creators who do a lot of editing and special music and fancy thumbnails and intros and that stuff. And for some people, just really enjoy doing that. And I think some people's subscribers, especially if they're subscribers who join, not just subscribe free like on, you know, how as YouTube is, but who join like little membership clubs or our Patreon subscribers. So yeah, I think, you know, then you've got a group of your subscribers who can, if they're paying you and this is how you're making your living, then by all means you need to do what you got to do. But I don't make a living from this. I don't make anything, and that's fine. It's just me filming my chickens and having moments to just chat and vent, because I'm very reclusive and introverted. I've become socially awkward in my older age, but there's everybody hanging out over on their little boardwalk. I don't know why they're in the shade, but then again, they are all fluffed out with winter feathers and their undercoats, so it may just, they don't want to be in the sun, because though it's really cold outside, I'm hot. So I might just move around a little bit, or I may just make this video a little bit shorter. But there's everybody. The older girls, the two Brahmas there, and the silver lace Wyandotte, who are looking at Laddie. Those four were part of my original flock. And Laddie would be great to hang out with them, but he can't be in here with Cosmo. And I don't want the girls out and about, so Laddie just enjoys them through the fence, and that's fine. When he wasn't here and he and Cosmo were quite good buddies, they were just tag teaming the girls all the time, and their feathers were looking rough. So next year, I'm going to increase the flock, at least in this yard. And, you know, like I said, I might keep an eye on after the winter come spring or fall, getting maybe if another cockerel needs a home, a young cockerel, or, you know, just an older rooster that someone needs to cull and doesn't want to cull but wants to rehome. Or I might just find him a couple little Polish ladies. We'll see. But it's going to have to be a breed that would be okay staying in that 20 by 25 square yard. Just because I don't want them out roaming where there's a chance of them eating stuff that they're not supposed to. Chickens are pretty good about knowing what to eat and what not to eat, but doesn't mean they don't accidentally eat a pokeberry or peck at a couple, poisonous mushrooms, something, eat something that could be toxic. Do you hear that? That's behind me. This must be the young kittens behind me, the feral cats. Yeah. So there's Miss. Is that Chaos? No, that's Miss Nomad, who looks like Chaos. They look almost exact markings, except for Chaos has that little. Here's Chaos, and he's got that little bitty white. It's like a half Hitler mustache. Just half of his upper lip is white. This is Nomad, and she kind of gets picked on by some of the others, but I'm looking out here, and I see might be one of the older grays, one of the mama kitties. There she goes. No, that's one of the young ones. So, what are you doing, Nomad? Huh? She'll come when I call. Oops, sorry. And last night, because she came out when I gave her some bedtime food to keep her warm through the night, and I also, of course, it was a really big can, so I put the rest of it out for any of the young ferals. Just mentioned it before many times. I'm really trying to get her. I'd love to be able to catch them all and get them fixed, but some of those over there are just buck wild. They are, and she's gotten better. So I have a feeling that after the winter, probably by spring, I should be able to catch her. Hope to God she's not pregnant, because if you take a cat to be fixed and it's pregnant, and they have to do like a little kitty abortion, it's so much more expensive. Just because it's, I guess so much more involved, and the disposal and all that, whatever. Because we took little Della in, and we didn't know she was pregnant by her brother. And she wasn't very far along, but she had to have a little, kitty abortion. So, and she was awfully small. We didn't want to risk her having kittens, and we didn't think they were quite old enough yet, but we should have known better. But yeah, she looks, and sometimes if I don't see her face, she's about Chaos's size. Chaos is probably a little longer and bigger. He is a male, but until I see her face and see that she doesn't have that white lip, see how her two upper lips under her nostril are black? Well, Chaos has half black and half white. She's watching something. Oh, so there's Mr. Chaos. You be nice to Nomad. Yeah, she's like your female. Yeah, see, there he is. You can hardly tell them different apart. I think he's probably got a little more white on his chest, but and he's probably a good 12 years, 13 years older than her. But yeah, he came to see what was going on and who I'm talking to. He can be very jealous. Sometimes he's jealous of the chickens. So, anywho, if there's any of my subscribers who want to see something or something different, just let me know in the comments. I keep, threatening to do a live, but I haven't gotten really enough feedback, and I don't want to deal with the production and putting on some makeup and making myself look presentable, which, because I'm pretty much a recluse, I rarely put makeup on, and I have long straight hair, so I don't enjoy being in front of the camera. But if I'm going to be in front of the camera for very long, I'm going to try to make sure everything's copacetic, at least to me, that I feel comfortable. I mean, I probably wouldn't feel comfortable, period, but I could make myself do it. But anyhow, so I'm going to move this feed now that it's I put it out here this morning a little bit further out so it would be in the sun, but it's about 2 o'clock now in the afternoon. We're getting close to it. And they're all hanging up over here. So I think that even though the sun's out and it's nice, they've got their winter fur fluff going, and it's probably a little warm. So I did have to took about a half inch of ice off the top of their water this morning. I got a couple eggs bursting this morning. Sorry, this is crooked. That's Laddie jumping up. And they were, of course, down there in the coop instead of in here. And so, as I've said, I've looked under here too to make sure they weren't, chickens do not have a problem with hiding them, but you see quite a divot they've got there, and I've just left it. By leaving it, if it means they'll keep laying there, and that's a poop-free area, then I'll leave it. Their heater is on. This had a little bit of ice on it this morning, but nothing I couldn't just flick out with my fingernail. And then this one I did plug in last night. Yep, I did my nails. Not keeping them really long just because they break so easy out here, but I put a I don't know, what do you call it? It's almost like a sticker overlay thing where you put it on there. So it's kind of Christmassy. Look, it's got little, yeah, that's what it looks like. But they're just more manageable, especially in the winter, because they, you know, if I don't keep strengthener on them, I mean, that wears off. I hate painting my nails. And then, of course, if I bump them against anything, especially coming out here, I'll look down and I'll have like 3 half moon shapes where the tips have chipped off. But anyway, everything is good in here. No eggs, nothing to report. Right before I came out, Cosmo, I looked out the bathroom window and Cosmo was walking around crowing, and then I could hear crowing from the back of the house. So Laddie was either on the back porch, or he likes to sometimes go back and hang by the mower and back along that fence, which is a good thing my neighbors aren't home during the day because he likes to crow. But I'm tempted this summer, and I may, if I leave this roost here, build a box that I can mount here to these roof posts that will give him the ability to roost up there, plus have a flat surface that he could set on, or I could put food in. That way at night he can be up and safe. And I'll just put like maybe or just during the day, during the rain. At night, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I will lock him in his little in the quarantine grow out coop. What are you doing up there, mister? Yeah, you jump down here and you're gonna have to deal with, yeah, Mr. Full of himself. Which Laddie is as big, but he's a lover, not a fighter. Only person now he wants to fight with is me. All right, so we're gonna swing this back, Laddie. We're gonna get lots of videos of you just riding the gate. Don't peck at me. And I don't mind him sitting on me, except for like when he gets on my head and he scratches me. Or my problem is there's too many times he's got on me after walking through his own poo, or he gets on me and gets comfortable. And you know, a chicken, when they get comfortable, they just poo. Come on down, mister. Come on, come see mama. Yeah, he's never once jumped down in there since he's been removed from that pen. And there's times I feel bad and I feel like I should scoot him in there and just let him fight it out. But he only has one spur. He ripped one out trying to attack me once, and I closed the gate on him before he could. And so he ended up ripping his spur off by attacking the chain link gate. So he's only got one, and Cosmo is got a healthy, quite a hop curve, sharp little beak, because he's like stabbed me with it. And beak wise, when it comes to fighting, like pecking or pulling out feathers, Laddie just can't get a grip on the other bird to do that. So all right, well, I'm going to go back in. It was just a little view of the birds and me babbling, but I just wanted to let people know that, you know, sometimes I thought about changing my channel to a Kate Unedited, or putting unedited somewhere in the title or description. But you follow my channel and you like to watch my chickens and hear me babble about them, but you know, I would think that they would want to be out in the sun. There's not any wind on me. The day I do remember to put the microphone on, but they do like to set up in there. If it wasn't so cold out and I had like outside clothes on, my overalls or something, I would sit in there on the ledge, you know, kind of where they're sitting, and set the camera up out here, and maybe I'll turn that into a little small outdoor live studio or chat studio at some point. But I am glad after this weather we've just had and some storms that are I think they're going to hit the northeast and above us more the next week or so, but they're coming out of the northwest. Yeah, and that, of course, is Laddie. Back up on my arm. At least I know where he's been walking. He's obsessed. I swear to God, he is obsessed with sitting on me. And this time he's got a little bit of a claw right here in my wrist. Look at there, mister. So anyhow, I don't know what it is. That's the highest I've seen him jump from the ground. But so I'm going to end this and give my rooster a little 20 steps to the back porch and get him off my arm. Get his little claw out of my hand. You guys have a great afternoon. Bye.